and a real honor to be visiting the Pacific region for the very first time. We couldn't have a better start. I would like to salute and congratulate the government of Fiji for its strong leadership and for hosting this very important meeting here in Fiji. And I would like to thank you, Your Excellency, again for your very inspiring statement. I'm sure that we will keep it at the center of our reflections over the next 2 days, and you will not be disappointed with the outcomes of our reflections. I would also like to welcome all the friends who are coming from so many nations across the Pacific region. As we have heard, this conference presents us with a unique opportunity to reflect together on how we can best prevent and address violence against children. We can share the lessons of the work we have undertaken. We can present the vision that we bring to transform our societies, and we can reaffirm our commitment to do much better and to bring to an end all forms of violence that compromise the development of children in the Pacific region. As we have heard from His Excellency, the President of Fiji, violence against children is a global concern. It affects millions and millions of children every year in all regions of the world. No country is immune to this phenomenon. Children are victims of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. They endure bullying, they witness domestic violence, they suffer online harassment. They are confronted with violence in schools, in care institutions, in detention centers, in working settings, and also within the home. But violence has very dramatic consequences for children's lives. It hurts when it happens, and it stays forever. It compromises the development of children, their physical and mental health, their performance in school, and it is very often associated with risky behavior. Very often, it will affect adult life of children, and it can remain a challenge across generations. But we have also learned that in addition to the impact it has on child victims and their families, violence against children has a very high cost for society. We have learned that it diverts billions from social spending, and in fact, it undermines and erodes the human capital of nations. And this is exactly the reason why, as we heard from the President of Fiji, the international community is at present shaping a new global development agenda that has identified the elimination of all forms of violence against children as a priority concern. And it has stressed that this concern is a key component of our ability to build inclusive and peaceful societies. This conference is therefore very, very timely. And your deliberations can be a decisive contribution to achieving and to addressing this global endeavor of creating a universe free from violence for all children. As we know, children very often see their lives surrounded by fear and by insecurity. But they know, and they keep telling us, that this is not a fate. They know that violence is not inevitable and it can be prevented. And they also tell us that a vision without action is a dream, a nice dream, and action without a vision can become a dramatic nightmare. This is why this conference can provide such a golden opportunity. First, to commit to an inspiring vision of a Pacific region where all nations provide the best environment for all children to grow up and to develop to their full potential, free from violence. And secondly, this conference can help the right platform for us to shape a strategic roadmap to transform this beautiful vision into a reality for all. I have no doubt you will join us in this endeavor, and from my side, I want to tell you that I will remain very committed to supporting your efforts and to learning from your experiences. Many thanks again.